All
Right,
right.
there's
I think
exactly
I'm
it.
on the show. Wings, are you broadcasting now too?
I am attempting to.
All right.
Watching the ad to make sure it shows my face.
Me too, me too. I'm on here. I've already got 6 dislikes. Sweet. Because maybe that's fair, given that I started late.
Yeah, I was wondering where PK is tonight.
I will explain in just a moment, as soon as I know that I'm actually online. I am. I am. So here we are. I'm
I'm
lagging
not.
for me, which sucks. Welcome to YouTube. But wow. Oh, here we are. Here we are. It's working for me. So here's what happened. It was gonna be Wings of Redemption, FPS Kyle, and me on the show this week, and that was all cool. But it turns out that Kyle's in LA and he's stuck in traffic, so it was just Wings and I, and that's a bit of a bummer. So we were frantically searching for a third guest, and I reached like up and down my Skype list, and eventually Whiteboy came through, who I thought was going to say no, but said yes, and here
I
we
was
are.
thinking
So
about it. I had the top 5 plays to look through, but PK, I like coming on here, so
I appreciate your help. I mean, like, I really appreciate your help. This is noted, man. Next time you need something, you be sure to reach out. And Kyle will be here, but he's going to be late. So he was stuck in traffic. He has all the stuff that he needs to be on the show, he says. So that should be cool. We'll get Kyle shortly.
I, I'm working on my stream right now, guys. I just double check, make sure all the fucking. There it goes.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I understand you, man. So for those that don't know, live streaming on YouTube is complicated in comparison to live streaming over on Twitch. So like, there's just a lot of I's to dot and T's to cross before everything is set up the way it's supposed to be.
It almost makes you not want to stream. It's like it's like it's like doing homework. It's like I want to live stream right now, but I really don't want to do the 15 minutes of prep work.
is it different from before? I have yet to live stream on YouTube since I switched over. Is there
No, I
like
think it's the same as before.
okay?
The same as it was, a month ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but there's
Hey,
like 2
YouTube
pages
money.
and you loop around and it's tricky. It's tricky.
I like it. I like that YouTube's taking over everything.
Do you?
Yeah, it's like they're starting to be more social networky, and now they're doing a live stream.
I
And now, of course, they got videos on lock. So
so I'm excited about the potential of YouTube live streaming, right? I like that they're adding it to their library of services. It's a step backwards in terms of IT from what like Twitch or Justin TV has to offer right now. So like I look forward to them catching up to the competition in terms of like how well it works and stuff. I bet even right now, like as I look at my own stream, it's stopping to buffer, and I have it's frozen on my face as I see it in the most like ridiculously ugly face I've ever made. My eyes are
oh,
closed.
those make for the best thumbnails.
So so yeah, Twitch, it sort of just always worked. And people could watch it in 720, people could watch it in 480, 360, stuff in between, and it was fantastic. But in YouTube, it doesn't like just work all the time. There's all these issues. People are fussing. And it's supposed to be, by the way, for people that don't know, there'll be like this big rewrite, update, patch, etc. that comes in January of next year. So that's only like at a minimum 3 weeks away. But I can't wait for that. It's going to be good. I need it better. But yeah, so that's that.
Have you tried lowering your quality, Woody?
I have. I could even. You know what? For just right now, I'm going to lower it again. I'm going to lower it by a bunch, and see how big the difference is.
Because I don't
'Cause
know,
this
I
isn't
don't know how you
gameplay or
value
anything.
stuff. I value smoothness over quality.
Me too. So I just lowered the quality of the stream a bunch, and because for gameplay, like I really like to have high quality. I like to have it great. Some people are saying that that there is no lag and that it's fantastic, but I'm getting lag, so I can't be alone. I know some people fuss. Anyway, we'll see how the quality is going forward. Oh, I know. You know what, White Boy? I was going to talk about this even before you were on the show. Do you want to kick this off? And you can be our first topic. I watched a video today where KPoPP announced who her boyfriend was.
Okay, that's a good opener.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? So, Wings, can you do the introduction? You want to take a moment
Yeah,
to think?
it's gonna be a little awkward.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
I know. Oh, wait. We could Whiteboy do the intro. It's up to you, Wings.
I want to hear
How about-
Wings do hello.
No, I got an idea.
I know you do. I bet I know what it's about.
What do you think it's about?
I think it's about miscategorizing videos.
No.
No? Okay. All right. I was just guessing. You didn't back off Woody's price tag, bitch. But when it comes to
You wanna
the
roll
Wings
my
drama,
idea?
it's all quiet.
White boy, just play into it with your intro after I finish.
All right.
All right. I'm ready.
All right. I almost forgot to press record. Give me just one moment. Okay. No 1, 4, 3, 2.
Man, Woody, I'm a little short this week. Do I really have to pay to do the intro?
You bastard.
Hey, gentlemen, this is Painkiller Already 76, I believe.
77.
There it is. See, Whiteboy paid to do the intro. He's got that YouTube money.
That'll be a like and a favorite.
All right. So, first topic of the day: Whiteboy has a girlfriend.
Yes, her name is her name's Kelly Popkel KPoPP. She's also a commentator. I like her very much.
You know, I heard
Nice.
she gives anal sex for Modern Warfare 3 early.
For those that don't get that, we did a series where it was Road to Modern Warfare 3, where we like called people up and offered to like split hookers and such for early copies of it, and that was one of the things that she said. She did a little guest prank call.
You gotta do what it takes. I would have did anal sex for Modern Warfare 3 early, to be
Yeah,
honest.
but you don't give anal for street date.
I give vaginal for street date, but that's just how I roll.
You know, I just pay $60 myself, but that's up to you too.
You got to save here and there. So so how long have you guys been dating?
Since August, I believe.
See, it was like semi-announced 2 or 3 months ago, and I even did a.
We try to keep it like we're giving clues here and there, just keeping people guessing. It was
See, here's the thing. In my head, it was like out, right? It was out, and you guys did a dual live stream together, if I recall correctly. And I even did a poll on my Facebook on what the name, like Brangelina and Benifer, and I was like, what should the white boy K-pop like couple name be? Like K-boy or something like that. And then I came to discover, like, even after that poll, it was still some kind of secret. It's like, oh, that's a screw up. Like I didn't know. It was like a semi-secret or a secret that you wanted to like put back in the bottle every now and then. It confused me, so I just followed your lead. But now it's out.
I tell you, the name is Pop 7th Street.
Pop
7th Street, huh?
Yeah.
I think that's my dad. My dad's Pop 7th Street.
No, like Pop, P-O-P, Pop 7th Street. Like
But
Benifer.
Pop is a name for father as well, right? Like your pop?
Yeah.
That's where he's going with that.
White Pop 7th. I don't know.
White Pop sounds like a pimple reference. I don't know that I like White Pop. K-Boy's not bad.
K-Boy.
It sounds like an Asian like male that wants to be a female.
Yeah.
But they're called ladyboys or she-males. What are they called?
I don't know.
Transgender.
You don't like
K-Boy.
K-Boy, huh?
K-Boy. What's the stream say?
Now, how about we just forget about the name? Let's hear how you put the smooth white boy moves down.
Yeah, I want to hear this, right? Did you seduce her over the internet? Because if so, this is a skill that I think our subscribers could benefit from.
I mean, we had that paintball event, and we really didn't talk then, but I don't know, it's just, giveaways. They're attractive. Girls like
Chicks dig giveaways. All right. Yeah, so for those that don't know,
we at Jared's Diamond Galleria, right?
We did a subscriber paintball event at CPX Sports back in like, shucks, it was the springtime, right? And
June,
that was
July? Yeah,
okay.
something like that.
And that was the first time you met her in real life.
Hmm.
Did you talk? Had you like started? Yeah, I don't know, the seduction process before that event, or not so much?
Not at all. We'd even talk at the paintball event too much, and she makes fun of me for it. Like I guess I was shy. I don't know. Like I said like two words to her.
Let me ask
Oh,
you this: when was the first time you started beating your meat to her? Thinking about her.
that was way before the paintball event. Like when I saw the hot sauce video of
Oh,
hers.
is that the one she did with Princess Murder?
Uh,
No, I know the hot sauce video. She
She
did
drank
a
hot
video
sauce every
where
time
she
she died,
played.
right?
Yeah, and every time she died, she drank a hot
Wings, I,
sauce.
I heard something about you, Princess Murder and K-pop. There's a podcast, and you were talking about abortion, and you
Yeah,
made and you made her cry.
yeah.
What? Wait, was I a part of this?
No, no, no. This is another podcast I was on. I don't even remember the name of it, to be perfectly honest.
Uh huh.
I was playing Dragon Age. This is right. This is back when Dragon Age 2 came out, and me, Kelly Pop, and her were running on one of the lives on one of the streams, and we got to the topic of abortion, and I was trying to explain why abortion is a viable option for society, and she was 100% against it. And I got to the point I was fed up, and I started using euphemisms that weren't exactly nice.
That's
Wait,
the wings I know.
so you made
Girls
Princess
cry.
Murder cry?
Yeah,
And
once
what
upon a time.
euphemisms did you use that weren't nice?
Well, it should. I don't remember it to be. I don't remember the conversation perfectly honest. I
Oh,
mean,
it
I could
sounds
write.
like you remember something.
I remember that she broke down and cried because she was getting double teamed because Kelly Pop was pretty much on my side at the point.
She was getting double teamed. That wasn't actually as hot as it sounds, right?
No, it wasn't.
No, okay. uh, oh, well, that's unfortunate. It's not. What was
How
I
many
gonna say?
how many
Oh,
people
oh.
have you made cry, wings, online?
Online, probably about 15.
That's a skill we can cover next. But I want to cover the whiteboard cording process. I want to see how the man does it. So first you met at paintball, and you were making eyes at her, but you didn't really make moves at her. And then after paintball, what? You started the chat on Skype or something, and you work the nice guy talk. How did you do this?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. She was gonna come down to
Georgia.
Kyle's
Uh huh.
during the summer, and then obviously I was down there too, so I started talking to her then, and then I don't know, it's nice. We have a lot of things in common, YouTube, gaming, and all this other stuff, and we just clicked. I talked over Skype, and then it led to the phone, and she came down, and then we had a nice summer going to all these events, uh, COD XP, and then what's that
Is this the
one?
first girlfriend?
No, no.
E3? Are you thinking of
E, not E3.
PAX Prime?
It's PAX. There we go, in Seattle. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we went to a few events, and then it just went from there. She lives in Chicago. I live in Milwaukee, so it's not too far away.
It's like an hour. You take the
You
train a
got to
lot.
make me a promise.
Okay.
You got to at one point say I got a giveaway in my pants for you.
I gotta.
It might be a lame joke, but I find it funny.
No, giveaway extravaganza.
Yeah.
See, you're not giving all the credits.
I don't know. If you
Yeah.
oversell it, that could be like a misleading thumbnail.
If I oversell it, you end up making a channel based around it. But
Right. Big PP 7th Street. It's getting its own channel.
White Cock 7th Street.
It was in my head. I didn't want to say that. I PG'd it. I don't know why. This is Painkiller Already.
and all the thing on that channel is him beating people up with the PP2000 or the PP90 on this game.
Hey, so I watched the Kelly video, and people accused her of copying your videos, which I think is unfair. Like, I haven't really seen a big change in the videos she uploads since she started dating you, but I have seen
No.
one change. She The thumbnails. She has very white boy like thumbnails. It's like,
And the thing is, I gotta give her credit. She taught me how to use Photoshop, and then
Uh-huh.
I just, I know YouTube, and I like the rainbows and stuff. So they pop out.
Yep,
So she
that's
taught me,
exactly
and then
it.
There's a little give and take. She taught me thumbnails, how to make them. I told her, what's good. What's
All
good
right.
now.
She
But
also,
Wings has a few nice thumbnails too. I noticed that lately.
yeah.
You see my latest one?
I'm not sure. I saw something like buffalo or something.
Oh, I have a Sneaky Beaver TDM one.
The beaver. That was really good.
Yeah,
I
also
can't
got
believe
one
you're not
today. I put a
complimenting
dog
my
taking a
thumbnails.
shit.
Those orange and blue thumbnails are some of the best looking on YouTube. What's up with that? You didn't notice?
Oh,
I'm gonna go and give a shout out. I don't do none of my thumbnails. My boy the Gervin does all mine for me.
Nice. And then the other thing, and I don't know that this speaks well for you, Alex, but everyone keeps asking her how big your unit is, and she's not telling anyone. She's just keeping it to herself. She's not answering the question. And you ought to get her doing it. By the time I was like 19 and I met, who later became my wife, I just had her tell everyone that it was huge. That was like our standing answer, always. Like, how big is it? Gigantic. Oh my gosh, like a baby's arm. And you should you should ask her to just say the same thing. She'll do it, like a baby's arm.
It's the size of the dislike bar.
Oh, you going Justin Bieber style? Dude, Kelly, if you're listening to this, I think that's what you should tell people going forward. How big is it? Like a baby's arm. And just rock with that forever.
That works for me.
Yeah, that's all they need to know. Just for
It's kind of weird. Why do people want to know?
Can you get closer to your mic, Alex? I think you might be far.
I'm using my laptop mic right now.
Okay.
Is it good?
It could be
It was
better.
way better just like 15 seconds ago.
I don't know. Is it bad? I hope it's well. I'm not doing anything.
All right, yeah, just keep it close. So, but yeah, that's what I do. I have another topic to talk about for tonight. Sexy Phil made a video about the Virginia Tech shooting, and just to be clear, Sexy Phil, I subscribe to him. I like his stuff. I've always liked his stuff, and this isn't a hate thing. I watched the video, and I thought it was respectful and interesting, and it was timely. But I also got to thinking that if a YouTuber had done that same video, or I should say someone in the COD community had done the same video, that I think it would have gotten really beat up. Can you imagine if Whiteboy did a video about the Virginia Tech shooting?
Oh.
Right?
I did one about the tsunami back in the day, and I got so much hate.
I know. I remember the hate you got, but I think you took the video down or something like that.
No, it's still up. It's still up in all its glory.
Well, I didn't catch it. So, what was the video like? Describe your video for me.
My video? Or the tsunami one? It was just like a reaction to, like, I was just watching CNN that whole day, and then I was just like, oh my god, like, just seeing the pictures, and I remember this one picture, and it's still in my mind, where it was like a field, and there was just a wave of water just storming across the field with all this deep debris in it, and I was like, man, that's like, it's horrible. I never seen anything like that, and I uploaded like a reaction video, and then everybody hated it. And like I said, I was donating all the proceeds to the Red Cross, and then people didn't believe that, and then it was just, I don't know.
I think you posted the receipt eventually.
I
think you want to say that most people are pansies.
It's like I guess we're gameplay commentators, and to extent.
Oh, come on! You know what? So let me interrupt you about the gameplay commentator thing. Dude, we commentate on a lot more about gameplay. I mean, heck, I think every Monday I touch on masturbation in one form or another. Painkiller Already exists for a lot more than just gameplay. If all we ever talked about was the fire rate on weapons, then our channels would never have more than 15 subscribers.
Yeah.
Wings of Redemption.
Cancer sometime this week.
Okay, and I've seen you do tons of stuff about movies and like TV show reviews, and I've seen you talk about religion. Right. But if we were to try to touch on the Virginia Tech shooting, and I might do it, just set a damn precedent. We talk about all kinds of things on our videos. We share our lives, our emotions with our subscribers, and it just frustrates me a little bit how sometimes they're looking for reasons to hate, and if you get outside of the COD community, then it's not nearly as tough. But people will sit there and just find reasons to dislike a commentator. It's the world that we live in. So
I got a question. Virginia Tech, this is their second shooting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other one was a couple years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago.
What the hell are they doing in that school?
Shooting.
Did they have like a armory on campus or something?
Right. They have marksmanship courses.
I mean,
Right
like,
next to the
what is the
bookstore.
curriculum there? Just to drive kids to like homicidal rage?
I don't know. I want to say the last one wasn't a student doing the shooting, was it?
I'm looking. I haven't heard anything about it till just now. I mean, I looked at the news yesterday, and like the top story was Alec Baldwin getting kicked off a plane.
I saw that. But yeah, man,
why the fuck is this on the news?
I just brought up that video because I don't know. It was like, man, it kind of ignited in my head how quick our community is to find problems in their commentators. Whereas if you get outside of that, then they're able to do their thing. So that's I don't know. I'd love to see that change.
Only one guy got killed.
Two. My nephew goes there actually. I don't know about right now, but as of a few hours ago, he was in the campus library, locked in there for his own protection. So he can use his phone and stuff. He called his parents, and I'm fine. I'm in the library. They don't let us out, and everyone here is okay. So
I talked about it on my last video, or the video I'm uploading right now, and but I didn't title the video.
I was about to say, go ahead.
Yeah.
Put Virginia Tech shooting in the title and see how the community accuses you of capitalizing on a news event. Yeah. When really, talking about news events is not really outside of our what's going to happen? Political season's going to come, right? Right now it's just the Republican primary. But soon, whoever wins that, or better yet, soon the Republican primary will be really heated up. And then eventually he will go against Obama. And I want the COD communities never really existed during a United States presidential election. I wonder how that's going to go. I don't know.
I'm gonna have fun with it. I'll probably do charities.
Are you gonna? Oh, that's really smart. They're going to be asking me for an opinion, and at this point, it's so easy. At this point, you can say, look, I'm still watching. I'm still observing. I don't have to make a choice yet. But at some point, people are going to be curious.
Well, Obama really didn't do anything. I mean, but be perfectly honest, how many people take risks in the first term? First term still, campaigning for the second term.
Obama ended the Iraq War. But better yet, let's say Obama won the Iraq War. Take that, huh? Like that, Republicans? Obama won the Iraq War. Heck,
how do you win that war? To be perfectly honest,
you get out, you stop, and you pretend you won.
Is that so the Vietnam strategy, huh?
Oh,
somebody just had a horrible mic fuck up.
Every time I get a Skype notification, my earplugs unplugged for some. I don't know. Let me put this away.
But
okay. My nephew just offered to hop on Painkiller Already and talk about the Virginia Tech shooting. I think he's listening.
Bring it on. This is the hot shit that we want.
All right.
Hot shit. I'm going down, baby, your street.
I'm adding him to the call right now. Get ready, Shane. It's coming.
Tell your friends, exclusive Virginia Tech footage. This is the shit ABC News wants.
Yeah, get on my level, ABC.
Quit fucking putting Alec Baldwin fucking as top news.
My wife brought me milk and cookies and news that my nephew will talk on PKA.
Hello?
Shane?
Hi, Uncle
It's
Woody.
Hey, what's going on, man? How are you?
It's alright. It's been a crazy day here.
So, like, how did it go down? Where were you when you found out?
Uh, it was about noon, and I was at this building called the Mass Info, which is at like a mall. And it's kind of like where we do all our math homework. It's on an online course and everything. And luckily, that was probably the best place for me to be because it's off campus, and it was about as far away from the shootings as you could possibly get with still being around the school, though.
So,
But
you called someone.
what happened
My wife told me that you were in the library and they like had you locked in there and safe. Is that right?
Well, where I was locked in. We were allowed to leave because technically it was off campus, but to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't have been very safe off campus. So, on campus, I mean.
So, like, How did you find out? Did you read it on the internet or did you like word buzz around?
Well, after the last shooting, I think, was in 2007, they kind of implemented like a alert system. So I have the alert system through my phone, my email, and they also post on like Facebook, Twitter, and I think the website as well. And I pretty much look through there. So
Huh. So, like, what do you know? I'm trying to keep. They don't. They have no idea where the shooter is. Last I read, or who the shooter is.
yeah, it's all we heard about who the shooter was. It's just a white guy, pretty much in sweatpants and like a neon colored hat. And they brought everybody down to try to find him, and they still couldn't find him.
Why the fuck
Apparently,
would
like,
you wear a neon colored hat?
I'm thinking he's from the '80s.
I'm picturing fucking Woody Harrelson from White Man Can't Jump with a gat.
Yeah. So, are you in your dorm room now? Like, is everyone free to roam around campus as they see fit?
yeah, everybody's pretty much free to do what they want now. I got out about 5 o'clock, so from 12 to 5, I didn't leave the one building.
Any
And I was
plans
lucky
on
'cause
a like a shockwave shooting here?
What is a shockwave
Um,
shooting?
I don't know. It's something stupid, like have earthquakes, you have aftershocks. Go ahead and while everybody's off their guard, just start blasting.
not really. The funny thing is we do have an armory on campus, but apparently this guy was stopped at a traffic stop, and I think he must apparently had someone in his car, because that's the only reason you would shoot a cop at a traffic stop, that you were trying to hide something, and that's what I think happened. And then later on, apparently he shot, I don't know if it was a student. There's also speculation that the second person that was killed was the shooter, but I don't understand that. So it's still, a lot of the stuff is up in the air, but it was a little freaky.
Do you
So
have
what's
any
the
idea why there's two shootings in the school in the last 4 years? Like, why is it so high amongst the school? Or is it just random?
I think it's just random, but there was also another incident that I didn't hear about until I got down here, where one of the like dining halls, there's like a lot of international students here, and apparently one of the Asian students like beheaded another girl that he apparently had a crush on that didn't like him, and that was another big incident that I don't think many people heard about. So that was to be honest, that freaked me out
I've
more.
had 2 shootings and a beheading in the last 3 years. And they trying
Yeah,
to
in
say
the last
Marilyn
5
Manson
years.
influenced this shit.
Wow. So what's the mood on campus right now? Is it like, all right, so here's the thing. I remember after 9/11, you were probably like a year old at that point. But after 9/11, like the whole nation's mood was kind of like, "Oh my God, I can't believe just what happened." It was almost like you weren't allowed to have fun. No one had an interest in sports anymore. It was like, I don't know, overwhelming. What's it like on campus right now? Is everyone just kind of cool doing their regular thing? Is it past, or is everyone like in a state of some sort?
Well, there are a couple of visuals going on. There's one tonight that we have a big like drill field on campus, and that's where a lot of the outdoor functions are held. And I guess they put out something saying we're gonna have a visual on the drill field tonight, but I'm not gonna go to that. But apparently there's another one tomorrow, and that one has security at it. The one tonight doesn't, and that kind of freaks me out a little bit. But I mean, besides that, everybody's just doing the normal thing. It is finals week, so it wasn't. I mean, it's just a different kind of feel with finals week and everything, and like there's no classes, so people are free to roam wherever they had to go. So
All
they
right.
did postpone finals tomorrow, though.
So before we let you go, for people that don't know, this is my nephew. He's Shane. He goes to Virginia Tech, and he's talking about the shootings on campus today. And he's also a college freshman. So how's that going for you, man? You're just about wrapping up your first semester. What do you think of school so far?
It's all right. I'm in the military program here, so it's a little bit different. I don't want to elaborate into it too much, but where it's just a different kind of atmosphere, and but academics-wise, I'm doing all right, and hopefully I'll have around a 3.2 at the end of the semester. So.
Good
I have
deal.
a question. Is Woody a creepy uncle?
Not
Has
too
Woody ever
much.
been an uncle with benefits like Sandusky?
What am I like as an
I-
uncle, Shane? Go ahead, be honest.
You're all right. I've been watching his YouTube videos for almost 2 years now, and probably the funniest moment was when he told me not to watch the Hutch video, but he knew I'd do it anyway. So
I noticed you called him Uncle Woody. I don't know if that was symbolism.
I totally remember that. Yeah, so my channel used to be every video was totally PG. Like, I never mentioned it. And then I put a video on Hutch's channel. And, like, every video that people were putting on Hutch's channel, they answered these same couple of questions. Like, would you give a blowy for the ability to fly? If you were gay, like, name your top 5, stuff like that. So I went through my list. And somewhere in there, I didn't want Shane to watch, and that wasn't going to happen. But he did manage not to tell his parents about the video. That's good. But
yeah, I don't tell my parents about much. That said, all I say is pretty much that you make a ton of money off of this, and that's about it.
oh, thanks for that. Yeah, that's a great Painkiller Already topic, jackass. I forget what I was going to say. Oh, I thought you totally hooked me up with the uncle reputation, man. I'm your coolest uncle. Who else comes down there and whoops you in Guitar Hero? Who else comes in and shows you how to play Mario Kart like a boss? Uncle John doesn't do that.
When, I beat your record on PS2 when I was down there when I was like 7 in FPS Tricky, so.
Oh, wait a minute. That record lasted like 5 minutes. You told me you beat the record, and I was like, I got this covered. Come on now. That's how it went.
That's a snowboard game, right?
Yeah, SSX on PS2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
You know, people right on my channel, they're like, "What are you not a gamer? All you play is COD." Dude, my history goes way back, and Shane's here to prove it. But anyway, thanks for coming on the show, man.
No problem.
So,
Talk to you
somebody
later.
just linked me to this topic. I don't know if anybody's familiar with it, but we're all pretty much on the same playing field. It seems that the Red Cross is saying that if you play video games such as World at War or Modern Warfare 3, you're breaking the national humanitarian law.
Oh, well, I break the hell out of that law. I break it.
How do you know
I've
that
been
fucking
breaking
law
it about
existed?
6 days a week, maybe more. I didn't know.
I mean,
Oh,
like-
I should say, we got another guest on the show while we were talking to Shane.
Oh, yeah.
You want to introduce yourself?
Hey there, guys. My name is Tyler.
Oh,
Sorry,
special guest.
I was running late. All right, my cab got stuck in traffic. I was yelling at him, and he started screaming at me in Arabic. He said something about the jihad, and I said, "Okay, just take
Hey,
your time."
was it Crown Victoria?
Of course it was. Yeah, they all are, pretty much.
Well, I say I was
Not
wondering if
all.
the same cab driver I had when I was in L.A.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
they're pretty much all Crown Vics. Though in LA you will see like a few Toyota Priuses and even a few Toyota vans. You know, if you've got a big party.
I was
But,
going to say, in LA, the damn Priuses, like we're in a party of 6 and they want you to pile in a Prius.
Oh yeah. And he'll be
Like-
like, "Come on, you will fit." And I'm like, dude.
Yeah, no.
Like, do you see this guy? I got like Tyler. It was like me and Tyler from Epic Mealtime and Muscles Glasses from Epic Mealtime and like 2 other people. And he wanted us to all to get into a Prius. I was like, look at this dude right here. He's not. He might fit in there with you, but all of us aren't. Like, no.
Well, We had Blade, White Boy, me, and Woody in a fucking Crown Vic.
Oh, let me just say this. You can
Oh.
fit White Boy in with any group of people you want. I picked Epic Mealtime up and White Boy up from the airport at the same time. And it was no joke. It was the the three main guys from Epic Mealtime. So it was Harley, Tyler, and Muscles Glasses. Did I have my cousin with me at the time? Yeah, I had my cousin with me at the time because we just had gotten back from Tennessee. We'd done an all-nighter to get you guys from the airport, and White Boy. So and I was in my little truck. So there are 4 people in the back seat of an extended cab truck, not the full 4 doors, those little suicide doors. And White Boy is in there so tight that when they opened the doors up, they like sprang out because they were like compressed in. And I'm not joking. I'm just going to throw this out there. There were sweat stains all over the seat.
Oh yeah.
Oh man!
Why didn't you put somebody in the bed? Come on now.
People don't know what
Watermelons. No,
White Boy's little, man. White Boy's little. White Boy, how much do you weigh?
160. I'm not little. I'm like.
Oh, come on.
He's compact. God damn it.
Okay, man. I wrestled with White Boy in that hotel room. I picked him up by his neck. I didn't know I even had him in the air.
God.
That's.
You asked about being in the bed of my truck. It was full of rotten watermelons, soda bottles, and guns. So that wasn't going to work.
I was literally like, my
You
torso
got the
was
FPS
out the
top,
window.
just buy you a cap.
White Boy's like
I
a liquid.
cap on it.
He just fits in the spaces of all the other
Yeah,
YouTubers.
you just pour him in there with everybody.
Yeah, he's good to go. He's good to go.
My buddy
I
had
will
a
say-
truck like that.
I will say this because I know we talk about movies a lot, and I always hate when movies get the guns wrong, but I actually just had a chance to see a movie that's not out yet. It's called. Have you guys heard of Active Valor?
No.
No.
All right. So it's this movie based on real events, and they have like a handful of professional actors in there, but the main actors in the movie are all active duty Navy SEALs. So all the action, the shooting, and the back and forth when they're in the field is like legit and real. And I gotta say, I didn't think it was gonna be good. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be like a really expensive Navy commercial, but it turned out it was really fucking good. I just got to see that. That's where I just came from. But that was badass.
You said something about getting guns wrong.
You'll see like some guy all right, think about Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger when he storms that island and kills like 50 people. He's constantly shooting. He never reloads. In this movie, they're constantly reloading and occasionally shooting. The only little things I saw was the muzzle flash was crazy, and if these guys are Navy SEALs being dropped into a hostile environment, they're gonna have flash hiders.
Is it like Woody? Like Woody reloads every 5 bullets. Is it
Yes.
like that?
Yes. Yeah. It's like changing.
I always look at like Evil Dead, where he shoots 3 times on a double barrel shotgun. But
Yeah, I know, right? You know what's worse than Evil Dead? You ever see Anaconda? Jennifer Lopez is firing semi-automatic with a bolt action.
yeah,
Alex, man, I've gotten 10 times better about reloading. I hardly ever die reloading now. I'll reload if I get a break, but I get 2 kills in a clip now. Or magazine, if you want to be one of them.
man, you know what I hate when I'm watching TV? It happens a lot on Lizard Lick
Commercials?
Towing. No, like they'll show somebody driving one truck, and then they'll like cut to him inside of the truck, and it's a completely different fucking truck.
Yeah, movies get things wrong sometimes, and I mean that comes from not being completely legit with what they're doing and trying to do so much stuff with special effects and filming stuff days apart from each other. Like if you look at movies, are always making mistakes. It's fun to go in and pick them out, and there's with sites like IMDb, you get to like look in there and see all the
A lot of times
little
for those
bitty
car
mistakes.
scenes, they switch to like a copy of the car with no windows, so they don't get glare and such.
Yeah, and so they can get that camera angle like you're kind of looking in from where the windshield should be.
I have a
My favorite's like medieval movies where like people have watches on, like they're jousting.
Oh, really?
What
Have you
movie
seen
does
that
that?
I don't
want
know.
to say
I remember seeing it somewhere.
there's stuff like that in Lord of the Rings, the second one.
Oh, don't say
Sure.
that. No.
Dude, I saw it. I have a whole nother question that this kind of leads into. And I'm going to start with Alex. You ready?
No, but okay, let's go.
In what time period, past, present, or future, should you have been born?
What time? I think right now. I love the internet. I love growing up with the internet. I think this is my time right now. Like the evolution of technology. I'm right here and I'm evolving as a person with it.
But like, so picture you back in the old West. Don't you think you'd be like, I don't
No,
know.
I would have to work and do things.
Yeah, you have to like build fences and shit and rustle cattle. Fuck that.
Hell no.
All right, I see where you're coming from. I just see
don't
White Boy
do my
like
dishes.
advertising
like-
better wagon wheels than anybody else. Like, that fucker's wagon wheels aren't even round.
Are they way
Come
too
get
slow?
yourself some White Boy wagons.
Wait.
I don't know. All right,
You
right
think
now,
I can start up. Can I start up a wagon company right now, or is it too late?
you might be late.
White boy wagons.
So, Kyle, when
Yes,
should
sir.
you have been born?
80s, obviously.
I was born in the 80s.
I'm talking about
Um,
living.
Oh, you mean? Well, then I should have been born in the 60s. I think I fit in pretty well now because here's the thing: I will work, and I have worked in the past if I have to. But manual labor isn't something I'm big on. I like to be more intellectual and kind of come up with business ideas and fun ways to make things work. Like me when Alex was staying with me, like we would spend like several hours every night, like kind of brainstorming about YouTube ideas and stuff. I like that kind of work. I fit in pretty well these days. I don't think I'd have done so well if I'd been born like in the 30s or 40s. I'd have gone into the military and I'd have probably had fun with that. But
I was
going to
say, like, imagine going back to the Old West, because I know that you and Wings too sometimes dream of a world in which guns played a bigger part, right? Where like marksmanship was a part of a man's self-worth, perhaps. And today, it's not that time. Like how accurately you can hit a target, no one gives a crap. It's
true. I don't think it ever really did though, because if you look in the Wild West, like that's been like stylized so much in movies. Like what would the way a gunfight would really work? The way a gunfight really went down in the West is you got drunk and some asshole came back and shot you in the back of the head. Like there were very few of those.
Wait. I think you could be really good at that.
Oh, I'd be great at that.
Yeah, I think we might have found your time period. I think when it comes to being like a low life cocksucker shooting the back drunk.
Whoa! Hang on a minute.
I'm just throwing this out there.
So now I'm a low life cocksucker. This is you.
No. I'm just saying you had the potential to be a low life cocksucker. I'm just saying like when it comes to that, I maybe have seen like a diamond in the rough.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know.
I think Woody says you're yellow.
Yeah. Yellow. No, and a lot of people. I saw a thing about this. They were talking about this. I don't know what channel it was or what program I was watching, but they were talking about the fact that a lot of people are always saying, oh, if I could have lived in the 50s or the 60s or this time or that time. But when you really look at how people had to live back then, every second, the present is always the best time to live in.
The 50s seemed great, with like men ruling the workplace and women not talking back until you realize women actually did talk back and dishes didn't do themselves.
Yeah, you had to beat your wife. You had to keep
yeah,
her in line.
which is work in itself, right?
Yeah. Like, I can't spend all my time beating women into submission. I mean, it's a hobby of mine, but look, I got other shit to do.
That's what I'm saying. Wings, you didn't go yet.
Oh man. Right now, dude, I'm fucking fat and lazy. I need my shit as ergonomic as humanly possible.
No, you don't. But I'll let you finish, but I'll tell you why you would be great like in medieval times. Go ahead.
Why you say that?
All right, see, back in the medieval times, and sort of the time of Shakespeare, not forward from the medieval times a bit, maybe. But in the old days, if you were a gentleman of size, let us say, that meant you were rich as fuck. Because nobody could afford to eat more food than, their body could burn off. Everybody was skinny, emaciated. But if you saw some guy walking down the street and he had a big belly, that's the same thing today as you looking and seeing some guy driving
that's the
Rolls
motherfucker
Royce.
you want to hang out with.
Yeah, you might have, that is today's
How the hell
equivalent
you do that shit,
of
motherfucker?
Rolls Royce.
How'd you do that?
You hear about women stuffing their bras? Men used to stuff their shirts to make themselves look like they were heavier than they really are. That's how.
That's good
Wings
for the
might
girls
do
from
well in the
Africa.
future.
If See a guy with a big belly, you know he's eating.
Exactly. He got that money.
But how
He's
do you
got
know that?
big belly money?
Big belly money.
Buddha
But maybe
belly.
Wings would do well in the future, right? I mean, he's keeping up with tech. He's doing his thing. He's got a good personality. Maybe 40 years from now or 100 years from now, everybody lives in a land of milk and honey, and he just thrives.
I got a question that's derived from this. I asked my girlfriend the other day about this.
Mm-hmm.
If you could go back in time at any time and take credit for one invention, but you had to be able to do it yourself, what would it be?
Social media. Go back and invent Twitter and Facebook.
But
Things
can
like
you do that
that.
right now? Like, could you write the code for Twitter and Facebook?
I wouldn't need to. The idea alone is I would get somebody like Woody. You know, Woody. If there were no Twitter, could you lay the groundwork for a Twitter?
Yeah, I could do that.
See, there you go. I go and hire Woody, cut him, sign him to a contract. Woody gets 20% of the money. Me and Woody are rich.
Fuck you.
Whoa, dude, come on! I got that Twitter money. 20% of Twitter? Come on! I'll cut
No.
you in for 30% on Facebook.
I'll catch you in for
You can
30.
have all
Actually,
of my
I'm not
stuff.
seeing the value you bring to this because I know about Twitter and Facebook too.
No,
Yeah,
but
but
you
you
don't.
still-
No,
you
I'm
still
going back to a past version of Woody. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm going to the Woody that.
Actually, amongst
His-
tech people, this is like a running joke. There are people that approach you with ideas all the time. And usually that idea is Twitter or Facebook, but not in advance, today. And they're like, I have this great idea. We're going to replace Facebook. You write it, and then I'll be the business guy. And every programmer is like, why? Like, if Facebook already exists. You're not going to beat it.
What
So,
about Wolf? Have you heard about Wolf?
oh, yes, from The Office.
Yeah. I like that idea.
I just sent you a wolf, and like everything goes off. Your phone, your pager, like everything just goes crazy. I don't want a wolf.
I was sitting there thinking about this. I'm like, I'm a man with mediocre skills. What could I take over? Potato chips.
I think those go back really far, though, buddy.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You go to any
Just go back far
any time
enough.
period.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, like, inventions are only worth a lot of money, like maybe in the last 100 years, 200 years, in a time where like somebody can't immediately just go out there, copy your idea, and start selling it themselves. So that we got copyright, infringement, all that stuff, patent laws. So really, you go back and invent potato chips, then like everybody who comes and eats your potato chips and is watching you frying them up, they're going home doing it themselves, opening up stands everywhere, and you're just Wings of Redemption, the original potato chip guy before that cool dude down the street added barbecue. You want to invent something modern. You want to come up with I'm telling you, so anything that's on the internet, social media would be a big one because it's easy to do, and once you've got
Yeah,
it.
but you're saying this, but at the same time, why is there brand name potato chips if that's the case?
1 second, someone's at my door. That is true. But those brands go back for like 100 years. 1 second, be right back.
I'm thinking for a second. You know what?
I'm
I need the
thinking
skills to
wagons.
invent it.
You got to have the skills yourself to invent it. Like you have to be able to make it going back.
So I can't just say like penicillin because
Yeah,
I don't really know how
can
to
you
make
make it
it.
in your house? No.
I can make mold, but I don't think that's going to help anybody.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. So you guys want to hear a Woody, I told you the story about me and the whore, right?
Yes. Oh my
Which one?
gosh.
There's been a few of them.
Oh,
No. This one was an actual whore, like a woman who had sex for money.
this
so should I
one's
tell that
memorable.
story?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
All right, so
Oh
let me
my
start from
God.
the beginning. So I was in Texas, and I was going to meet with this girl who had contacted me online. She wanted to go on a date or whatever, and she had sent me some pictures. She was attractive. I thought she was attractive. I was wrong. And so she pulls up in this one of those weird square Japanese vehicles. Anyway, I hop in, slam the door, and immediately think to myself, how do I get out of this car? She's large, and she was about 32, but she had aged very poorly. Like she didn't look good. All right, I
Maybe
wanted
she
out of
wasn't
the
really
car.
32.
Did you happen to get a picture of her?
I've got a picture of my phone. I'll send it to you in a bit. My phone's charged. But
Okay.
but here's the deal. So I wanted out of the fucking car right then and there. So I text my buddy. I'm like, start calling me. So my buddy calls me, and I'm like, oh man, are you serious? And I start like making up this whole story about how some footage had gotten ruined, files corrupted, and I was going to have to go back and film all this stuff in the middle of the night. And And so I look at her, I'm like, I'm so sorry, sweetie. I was like, I really wanted to go out, but I've got to get back and film this stuff. And keep in mind, I didn't want to hurt this lady's feelings at all. Like I was gonna go on the date if I had to. Like I wasn't gonna be like, hey, fatty, you lied to me, let me out of here. I'm not a douche like that. So she takes me back to the hotel and drops me off. She hasn't been gone for more than 5 minutes when my buddy shows up with 2 prostitutes. All right, and I had made it clear to my buddy, he has no issue with paying for sex. All right, I don't do that. That's bullshit. I'm not paying somebody to do something that I can probably get on my own anyway. Unless, I mean, I can see paying for it if she's like, some celebrity or something. I'd pay to fuck, like, who's a celebrity you want to fuck?
Sasha Grey.
Yeah. Like I'd pay to fuck her. Sure, why not? That's a good story. But I'm not paying just to have sex with some hot chick. So my buddy negotiates this thing, and he's like, "Tell you what, Kyle, since you had a bad date, I'll pay for it." And in my mind, I'm like, well, fuck, if I'm not paying for it, sure. Absolutely. He's like, which one do you want? And I'm like, I want the blonde because she had big tits. So he takes the brunette to his room. I take the blonde to my room. It only costs $300, by the way. I've never been involved in the purchasing of sex, but just throwing that out there, and I probably never will be again unless someone's buying one for me. So it's $300. So this lady's and myself are in bed, and she is hot. I'm gonna be honest, and we're going at it and everything. And she puts a condom on me and starts blowing me. And this is getting really graphic, but I just wanted to throw that out there so that everyone knows she was a clean prostitute. Like, she's not even gonna like suck a dick, apparently, without protection. And she's like, "Do you want to have sex?" I was like, "Yeah, I thought that was the whole idea." And so we start getting into that, and she's like, "It's too big," and I'm like, "I think you're gonna be okay. You're a prostitute, all right? That's not even your vocabulary, lady. Like, come on. If I'd pulled up like a 12-inch like fucking baseball bat, you should be able to handle this." So she's so she's like,
a baby's arm.
I could pull out like fucking Zeus's cock here, and you should be ready to go. Like, unlubed right up the ass. Like, you should be able to deal with this. This is your fucking job. So we go at it and everything, and a period of time goes by, whatever, and she looks like she's like got a look on her face like maybe something weird's going on, and I'm like, do you want me to finish? And she's like, yeah. So I finish, and she kind of reaches down and grabs me down there, like as I'm withdrawing, and which was weird. And she's like, "I've got the condom," and I'm like, "Okay, why do you have it?" And she's like, "It moved," and immediately I thought her diaphragm had moved. I've never been with a woman who used diaphragms. Condoms or birth control usually seem to get the trick done. She wasn't talking about a diaphragm, at least not the kind that's used for birth control. This young lady just happened to have been on her period, and she was employing a device which holds the blood back so that she can have sex. Well, apparently, my enormous penis was sufficient. I see Woody's rolling his eyes to like dislodge this device. And let me just say, she must have been that flow must have been building up for like hours, like all night. She put that thing in at like 5 p.m. and now it's 9, so I got 4 hours of good, solid, heavy flow, just wow, everywhere. It looked like you fucking butchered a hog on my bed sheet. It went down 3 layers through these hotel sheets and stuff. And of course, my dick, my balls, my area down there is just covered in blood. Looks like I took a shotgun to the fucking dick. She's covered in blood, and I just start laughing. And she's just apologizing, and like I decide that instead of yelling at her, I'm just gonna embarrass her. So the whole night I'm embarrassing her, like throwing out these blood jokes. So she's like, "Here's my card. Next time I come back, it's free, whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, put a bloody thumbprint on it. That way I remember you." She's like, "You want to go get some drinks?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's get you a Bloody Mary." And I was like, she's like, "Do you like me?" I was like, "Yeah, I like you. We're blood brothers now." It was a pretty nightmarish situation. That had never happened to me before, but I don't know. It didn't really faze me. I've seen a lot of blood, and having blood on my penis isn't like a huge deal as long as it's not mine, I guess. But yeah, that's my horror story.
Your horror story.
Nice, Kyle. My horror story. Yeah, kind of a mouthful, and that's what she said.
Well, Kyle, so glad you made the show. That's awesome.
Always.
This is what Kyle does when he's not on Painkiller Already. Oh
Oh,
man.
hey, you know what's new? YouTube.
What?
We got a whole new YouTube layout. What do you guys think?
Hate it.
Ter- I think that
I like it.
this past year was the first time that YouTube had made a profit, and I think to go from actually finally turning a profit and getting the thing heading in the right direction to this, I think it's going to diminish the views across the board, and it's going to make it virtually impossible for anyone to kind of come out of nowhere and be that standout channel like an Epic Mealtime or a Ray William Johnson or a Philip DeFranco. Whereas 6 months ago, like with maybe not the previous YouTube that we had, but the one before that, if you put out that viral content, you could blow up out of nowhere. And
What was the one before the previous one? How was it different?
it was the one where each category had 2 spots on it. Or no, it had 1 spot. Each
Pets
category
and
had
animals.
1 spot. Yeah, there was pets and animals that rotated
Uh-huh.
in and out. Education rotated in and out. So all the categories got their own little preview. So if you were out there and, like, I don't know, you made some video that was capable of getting sometimes only 50,000 views, you could be right there on the homepage of YouTube for the whole world to see. Or if your fans really supported you enough, you were in top favorited, most viewed, whatever. The way it is now, I mean, let's say that Epic Mealtime made their first video today. How much attention is it going to get? It's going to have to get its attention from places like Facebook, Twitter. It's going to have to get shared like that, and it's just not going to. It's going to be almost impossible to get that viral effect that the homepage of YouTube provided before. I think it hurts everyone except for YouTube marketing. The people who actually sell homepage spots. It's going to be great for them, but YouTube as a whole, I think it'll end up hurting them, and they may actually go back to something more like what we saw. That's what I'm.
So
hoping.
I'm not sure if you're right. Like I've also thought of that. But now the categories play a bigger role, and every category plays a bigger role, right? So instead of going from, what I'll say is like 15 or 20 people sharing the homepage, now it's, 200 or 300 people sharing the different categories.
Yeah, but
Right,
it's an
it-
extra click away. That's a big
But
difference. You got to click on something.
There is a difference, the homepage, though, is the people you're sub to, which isn't so bad, for people that are producing content for their subs. And then the next place people go, just sort of intuitively, is the categories. Whereas before, nobody went into politics to watch political videos. No one even went into gaming. The category didn't mean anything because it wasn't on the homepage. Now, categories mean something again. Even if you're not, it's harder to be Epic Mealtime than it used to be, because they don't promote. On the old homepage, they promoted, I'll make up a number, like 25 videos, something like that. The new homepage, it's a little more clicky, but they promote hundreds of people. I think the new homepage is better for someone like me, and even better for that guy with like 10,000 subs, and it's worse for Epic Mealtime.
Mm-hmm. What I like about it, there's 2 things I like about it. One, that your videos get into people's sub boxes now. It seems to publish faster, and it's like right there. And if people want to pin you and really see your content, they're going to pin you. Like people pin Whiteboy 7 Straight all the time. I recommend it.
People pin Woody's Gamertag, and that is a brilliant
that's
idea.
a
To
cool
pin
thing
Woody's
to do.
Gamertag, oh my god, it's almost like an IQ test. Like if they're pinning Woody's Gamertag, they're probably smart and good looking and have girlfriends, at least one. That's been my observation.
Yeah, so if you want to see someone's videos, you got the opportunity for it to be right there. And then 2, what I like about it personally is entertainment is still it's like you can, if you want to look into a category, entertainment's right there. And you have to scroll down a little bit. So it doesn't show you the first few videos up there, but I can pull like 6, 7, 8 in the entertainment spot. And since you have to scroll down to see entertainment, I'm right there, like front and center, which I really like. So I'm still gonna do okay, I hope. I think a lot of people will that have a good amount of subs. Like right now, I got like 2, 3 spots on entertainment. I see T-Mart has a spot, which I don't think T-Mart's been on a homepage too many times. Like
Right.
it has like 20 spots, which
That's
I like
interesting. A lot more people post to entertainment than I realized. The Syndicate's on there. Machinima,
yeah.
of course, they post to entertainment a lot.
like that first day that it changed. I know me and Syndicate had like 6 spots combined, which was, I guess, it's okay. But I like the old one, and I like the one before that, Cat 7th Street, like the pets and animals.
I'm working on a music video, and
Mm-hmm.
for those that, like, I try to get like a home run a month. I don't always hit it, but that's like an objective of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm worried that my music video is going to be one of my standard, not a big deal videos. And if that's the
Yeah.
case, I might end it. Like I might stop like paying production fees, going out there, and this music video has been in progress for weeks now, months, over a month now. And if it turns out that sort of thing isn't rewarded like it used to be, it's over.
What was
Yeah.
do you guys look at the add channels button? Like it's like right on top on blue. It's
Yeah.
big and blue.
Uh huh.
That was pretty cool. Like a lot of people got a big boost from that. Which
Yep. Oh, and by the way, that's an interesting thing too. A lot of like I guess what I'll call secondary channels in the Call of Duty community were saying that the new homepage benefits the big and it hurts the small. But that's not really true. Like
It doesn't. No.
no,
No.
what it really does is it benefits the people who are
Good
most
content.
watched, I guess. Yeah, good content. Yeah, like I don't want to knock anybody, but like I noticed there's some really big YouTubers, people with over 1 million subs who actively produce stuff, who had negative days. I'm not going to
Mhm.
call her out, but she's a giant YouTuber I aspired to be her level of popularity, and she went negative. There were smaller channels that went positive.
You know
and-
it's not over, right? The negative days. The 12th
Dude.
is got to be.
I'm fighting to
doomsday
keep my
on the
head
12th.
above water. I'm keeping my head above water right
you
now.
did
barely.
well, dude. You were picking up 1,000 subs when the new.
I'm
front page
I'm picking
rolled
up
out.
like 100 subs a day for the last week.
Oh, but on the 12th they're deleting all the inactive subs, so it's got to be like doomsday.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not Doomsday. It's just
Oh, it's Doomsday.
Realism Day. I've known for a long time, and it never the number doesn't the number isn't like an e penis for me. Like I don't care like if it's 20 million subscribers or 10 million subscribers. It doesn't matter. It's it. Who gives a shit? Honestly, like
yeah. But see,
If-
here. Let me get this sign because I'm the smallest in the channel at this point. That number gives me optimism. I don't think of my 350,000 is all dead subscribers. I like to think I put a video out there and certain portions of it watch that video at a time. Not everybody
Yeah.
goes back to it. Not everybody gets it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'll make up numbers. I'm just going to completely invent them. I have this one's on target. I have a little over 600,000 subs, and videos of mine will say they get 150,000 views, but they're not the same 150 all the time, right? There's maybe 40,000 of them that never miss a video, and then the other 110,000 are just like scattered of the remaining 500. Guys who watch 1 in 5 videos, all rotating around, like it. Yeah, and then there are some who are completely dead, of course. But having more subs is better than having less subs if you get make a living off of views, which everybody here does.
You know what's really interesting about the homepage? If the people you're subscribed to, if you also subscribe to their activity, then you get to see the videos up there a lot. Like every time you post a comment, it's almost like a bump. Like if you post a comment on your own video, or favorite it or any of that stuff.
I mean, my videos have all took hits. Like, I've slowed my video count down, and like my videos originally would jump to 30,000. Now they're jumping to 20,000 off the first day, and they slowly work up from there. It's just like,
See, why I called it doomsday, because I've been in like this unofficial race with CNanners to hit
To
a
a million. Yes,
And, like,
yes.
I grow like 3K a day. He grows 700 a day. Like mathematically, we're both got to hit it like New Year's, which is really cool.
Doomsday,
it's-
huh?
So like, if I lose a lot of subs, I'm gonna take a big hit. And I mean, it's not about the number. It's just like motivation. Like it keeps me motivated to keep making videos to the best of my ability. And then
I
want to be that
like
first COD channel to hit 1 million.
I
I
never
really
mentioned
do.
it to anybody else. Like it was just something inside my own head. But in like my own personal race, is I raced Hutch to 500,000. Hutch, and it was the same sort of deal. Hutch was a much bigger channel than me, but I was growing quicker, and I was benefited a lot from it. There's a period where Hutch wasn't posting very much, and it was like, man, I want to hit 500,000 first. I want to hit 500,000 first, and yeah, it's whatever motivates you to make your channel the best it can be.
So yeah, It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be a fun New Year. So it's gonna be interesting too. This.
I like the new YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm still figuring out how to be the best YouTuber I know how to be on it.
I think they should revert it because it really hurts somebody like my size.
I don't think so. Not at all.
It's the
My views are down. My subs are down. How's it not? I think it so matter.
Like
Well,
for
that's-
me personally, I think it hurts a channel like mine. I mean, I'm still doing.
My
all right,
channel's
don't
built
get
on
me wrong.
multiple videos, and when they had the 5-span sub box, multiple videos mattered more. I could put 5 videos out and give people 5
okay.
selections.
Yeah, that's a good
Now
point.
I got to put one home run video out because, like right now, I'm sitting there. My last video is going to be, me tweeting out my live stream. So I got to put another video out to cover that up, or that's going to be whatever it is till tomorrow morning. You
Yeah,
know,
I really like the horizontal sub box.
Yeah, so I want to wrap up this topic because I'm not sure it's entertaining for everybody. But I'd love to talk about it maybe in the post show or something.
Yeah,
But,
YouTubers love YouTube talk.
YouTubers love YouTube talk, but I'm sure if we fix cars, they wouldn't want to hear us talk about dirty carburetors or something. But
I would.
yeah, maybe you would. But that is one thing I'd love to see change. What it used to be is like the homepage. If you were subscribed to someone, was 4 videos wide. So if I uploaded one in the morning, then one in the afternoon, you'd get an opportunity to see both of those. Now, your video scrolls down and loses its time in the sun much faster than it used to. So and it's not that like it forced you to watch videos; it just showed them to you. And that's, as a content producer, that's like what I want. I want you to see the title, see the thumbnail, and make a call on whether or not this is a video that you'll find interesting. And
I think
that's
to
that.
wrap this up, if you don't want to miss any of our content, you gotta just pin us. We all make good content. And,
Everybody
I mean,
here
it's
makes
not,
good
and
content.
I mean that is good, but like I remember seeing people comment, be like, "Oh, this didn't show up my sub box," and I would ask them, I was like, "So do you follow me on Twitter or Facebook?" No, that shit's gay. Like, look, if you really want to see all the content, it's really easy. You just follow the person on Facebook and Twitter. And I don't know anyone who every time they post a new video, they don't let their followers on Facebook and
sure.
Twitter know.
That's the first thing I do. Hit the like button and hit Facebook. It tweets to Facebook. Facebook tweets it to Twitter.
I have a question. Does this happen to you guys too? Like, so I'll upload videos, right? And I swear I'm not that good at telling which videos are great and which videos aren't. And my favorite example is, and I'll never forget, Any Given Sunday. Did you guys happen to catch that video I made? It's old
was that
now.
Nuketown? Was it on Nuketown?
No, I think it was on Village. I think it was on Village, and basically I took the Al Pacino speech in the locker room from Any Given Sunday, where he talks about, it's a game of inches. You claw for that inch, you fight for that inch, you die for that inch. And I did it like as a Call of Duty motivational speak, where we talked about domination tickets and stuff. And I did the commentary on that like 10 times. My voice was hoarse from all the yelling and passion I put into it. And when I uploaded it, I thought I had achieved something. I thought that I had done one of the best videos that the Call of Duty community has seen thus far. I uploaded it with pride. I uploaded it with anticipation. And I put it on my Twitter and Facebook, and it was like, you guys, wait till you see what I pulled out this time. And I uploaded it, and oh my god, you hated it. Everybody hated it. It got like panned, it got ripped up. They're like, Woody, you don't do this well, stick to what you're good at, etc., etc. That is my primary example of like this.
Yeah, I
Sometimes
had that same effect the other night. I spent 5 hours putting a Twitter taj together.
Mm-hmm. And it didn't
Yeah.
go over like.
And then I talked about the Modern Warfare 3 engine in it, and that's all the people noticed. They didn't notice the 5 hours I spent downloading people's
Yeah,
videos, putting names and shit on it.
Here's what I would have done with that instead, because the montage itself was good, but I have a hard, when I watch videos, I either want to like pay attention to especially if it's a montage, I either want to like look at the clips or focus on the person talking, and both of them would have been really good on their own. Like, your speech would have been great over standard gameplay because you hit a lot of really good points. But that montage you put together was pretty damn good. And if you just gotten some non-royalty music and stuck on there, I think you'd have done a lot better. And I think you would have had. I think you had 2 videos there, and you just kind of put the honestly the worst elements of both in there, and you kind of mixed them together. But separately, they would have been 2 great videos.
Well, I'm doing the Twitter taj every week.
Yeah, I think you should do that. And I'll send you where you can get some pretty good non-copyrighted music later.
where I was headed is my mood is impacted, like how I exist throughout my day sometimes by based on how good my videos are that day. You know, if I upload a stinker like that any given Sunday, I'm like actually in the dumps about it. You know, I'm not happy. It's like having a bad day at work. Like, I I screwed up today. You know, today wasn't what it was supposed to be. And today I uploaded these game battles videos, and I thought they were good. It was tight games. The team we played was like equal in skill to us, and I feel like I hit a home run with it. I feel like yeah, man. Today my videos were strong, and it was 3 videos, and that's. You know, I didn't upload a promo for PKA today because I wanted those things to stay as my most recent videos.
Yeah.
It's a good day.
I
baby.
remember the one time I remember uploading a video that I thought was really cool, but everybody absolutely fucking hated it.
Which one?
It was right after I watched the movie Patton, and I uploaded this montage of Patton talking about it was Patton's speech, but it was set to like modern events, and it was like you know, it was sort of an American patriotic kind of thing, and it was the Patton. If you've ever seen the movie Patton, then George C. Scott delivers this fucking speech, and it's awesome. He's talking about, you know, I want to rip their living guts out. Americans don't lose, and just on and on. I thought it was really good and inspirational. Everybody hated it. I have never had a video that got worse ratings. I mean, it was like half of them hated it, and the comments were just, you know, fuck America, fuck you, you piece of shit, blah blah blah, and just imperialistic bastard. I was like, okay, so people don't like this. Let me go and private this one.
Oh, I was going to say, if we had Patton was alive today, the Iraqi war wouldn't have lasted 10 years.
The thing about Patton is like he didn't. We're getting way off topic now, but I'll just say this about Patton. He was an interesting guy. Like at the end of World War II, he was like, all right, well, we're already here. We got all our shit here. Let's go ahead and kill the Russians while we're here. That's what he wanted to do. Like once we were done with, you know, we defeated the Axis powers, he was like, we've got all our planes, all our tanks, and all our troops here in Europe. Let's just head on up the road to Russia and crush them too. Gonna have to do it anyway. Like that was his mindset, and he believed in reincarnation, and he thought that he was a great Roman general, and he wanted that legacy behind his name, but instead
He died in a car wreck.
well, yeah, you know that guy. It's a shame the way things went for him, and that they picked other generals over him in some key times. But it was a great commander. The Germans saw him as our greatest commander. He's an interesting guy.
That motherfucker shit all over Montgomery.
Yeah, that whole scene from the movie where he stands there and the fighter plane is like, or I guess fighter like kind of does a strafing run on him with the machine guns. He shoots at it with his pearl handle pistol. That shit really happened. Like it flew over him and missed him, and he was shooting at it with his damn pistol. Interesting guy.
It's like Battlefield 3, you know? You freaking snipe the pilots out of their planes. That's
Oh
how you know
yeah,
you're
man,
badass.
Oh, absolutely. I've only done that maybe 2 or 3 times, and it's a good feeling when you snipe somebody. The Battlefield 3 montages, I got to say, those guys who do that a lot, it's really cool to watch.
I've never done it. I've shot at them, but I've never sniped a pilot out of a plane.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's got to be luck. It has to be a volume game too, or at least partly luck.
Yeah, oh for sure.
I have a topic. I don't know if it's entertaining, but Firefox might die. You know Firefox, the web browser?
Isn't that? Yeah.
It might be over. Here's the deal. Firefox, something like 80% of their revenue comes from the toolbar. You know that thing on the side where you search? You know, the Firefox has like the address bar and then the little search thing next to it. That thing defaults to Google. And Google pays Firefox, like, I'll back up a step. Firefox gets $123 million a year of revenue. And $100 million of that $123 million comes from people doing Google searches. Right? That's where Firefox actually makes its money. 84% of their revenue, I just looked it up, comes from that search bar on the side. And then Google has not renewed their deal. It ran out, and Google's pretty much like, you know what? We're in the browser business now. I don't know why we're funding our competitor. So, yeah, not so sure I like this. So there's sort of a dual play, right? On one hand, Firefox could switch to Bing or something, which would be odd, you know, competing with Explorer. But the biggest search engine providers both make browsers now. So I don't see either of them funding Firefox, and Firefox could be gone in the next couple of months. You know, dead. Any thoughts?
I use Chrome. I don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
that's what I was gonna. Honestly, I got to go with Wings on this. I use Chrome.
I use
Yeah.
Chrome too.
I like how the avatar looks, but that's about it. I'm a Chrome guy. A little
Wow.
Firefox looks cool.
It's
It would look
funny.
cool on a T-shirt. I think they should sell T-shirts.
I'm sure you can get a Firefox T-shirt. I use Chrome too. I didn't realize. I think I've read that Chrome had just passed Firefox in like user base, something like 25% or something like that, and Internet Explorer is still in the 60s. It's ridiculous. It's like I'm surprised. The Internet Explorer is so dominant, but I guess people, there's a
It's the
huge chunk of
default
people
browser, though, right?
Yes,
It's
the
on
default
Windows,
browser. Yeah.
Well, I mean, in retrospect, I guess it seems possible, but man, doesn't that seem like dude, I thought Internet Explorer was just for getting other browsers. I thought that's why they installed it. How else are you going to get Firefox?
Yeah,
That's what I
you got
use
people
for.
like my grandma that you have to I had to teach her how to turn her computer on and favorite everything for her, so she wouldn't have to actually use the toolbar. She has no idea how to use a computer. I bet you a lot of people are like that. They don't really want to learn. They learn one way and just stick to it.
Yeah, my dad
I'm
doesn't
sure-
know how to turn one on.
But when they do these percentages, they do it as a percent of browser traffic, and you'd think the Chrome guys or something would be seriously represented. Whereas your grandmother or my mother, they don't surf as much. Although, that leads it. My mom watches my videos. My mom's on my YouTube channel all the time watching all my videos now, and I'm giving I don't know, 14-year-olds advice on how much masturbation is too much. And there's my mom watching. It's
How much masturbation is too much.
dude, there was one guy who said he was addicted because he did it once a day. I'm like, once a day? Gommel, bitch.
Dude, I spent most of my life using that once a day just to get to sleep.
that was one of his things. He even added in there. He's like, it's become part of my nighttime sleeping routine. He would crank one out, and it would help him go to bed. And I'm like, yeah, man. Right back to me when you're running out of skin, because as it is, I don't even see why. I don't see the problem. You're in good shape. What do you think, white boy?
Once a day, that's below average, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's a
It would
teenager.
be.
The guy's
Yeah.
17. He's just getting fired up, man.
Yeah, I actually watched that video when you're talking about that, and I was saying the same thing. I'm like, really?
Why
Just
do you
once?
think I bought so many new socks?
Awesome.
My brother used notebook paper.
Damn it, Alex. That's fucked up. I've still got some of your old socks at my house. This is messed up, man.
I have a pair of Alex socks. I
You know
still
what's
have them,
funny?
man.
The other day, I was I reached in a drawer and I put on a white T-shirt, like an undershirt. And I went to step over to where my clothes are hung, and I was like, "Damn, this shirt is tight. Did I get fat? What the fuck happened here?" And then I realized I'm wearing one of Alex's.
We went to the Billionaire Showdown, the first one, before it got all tainted. And my luggage was lost, so it was delayed. And White Boy was my roommate, actually, right?
Mm-hmm.
At that event. And so here I am, I don't have enough clothes for the next day and stuff. But fortunately, I was rooming with the sock fairy. He's like, if you need socks, I can hook you up. And he has 24, it's a weekend trip, by the way. He had 24 pairs of brand new socks still in their plastic packaging. He's like, how many you need? Man, I wish I could have worn them as shirts or something. So he hooked me up with a new pair of socks, and I still have them because I wear socks more than once.
I think it's a proper venue to announce this. I stopped the sock streak.
It ended?
Yep. I ended it.
Did you literally change socks every day and throw them away?
I didn't throw
For a
them
year.
away. I just washed a whole laundry basket full of socks. And I still my basement floor has
What
a
the hell
carpet.
are you doing washing socks? You got a girlfriend now.
Yeah, shouldn't she be doing that? No,
My basement
I still
floor
think
has a carpet. It's usually cement, but there's so many socks on the floor. It's ridiculous.
so.
Yeah,
People
I
don't
was-
know, right? In terms of being frugal, even after the YouTube lottery, White Boy is king. White Boy lives a modest lifestyle. He's not out there buying like he bought a used car for himself. He's really sort of watching his dimes, and I think that's awesome, by the way. But the primary indulgence he had last year was that he only wore new socks.
It really
That's
was,
over.
dude. It really
He had
was.
the towel
Like,
indulgence too.
Oh yeah, I did towels for a while.
yeah, that's true.
That-
That's true.
I like linen. I like cotton. I like new things.
Dude,
Yeah,
something
why-
about new
Nothing's
socks.
better. Nothing's better.
White Boy's a germaphobe.
I don't think that's it. I think the genesis of this, White Boy.
Come
Tell
on,
me if I have this
I-
right. Didn't it
we
come
went
from
on-
whoa.
you bought
Wings,
new
wings,
socks?
wings. Have you seen White Boy's house? That man is
No.
not,
Yeah.
that man is not a germaphobe.
No, man. White Boy's house.
Here's what I'm basing my story around. Because we went to Billionaire's Bash. It was the first time I've ever went on an airplane. And I brung my generic bottle of deodorant, whatever with it. And when I went through customs, they threw the shit in the trash. But
And-
so
and
I
he
had to
wasn't
go up to
comfortable
Billionaire's
sharing?
Bash, what do they call it?
Deodorant.
Deodorant, yeah.
Yeah, I hooked you
So-
up. I'm not a germaphobe.
Yeah, I asked White Boy, I'm like, you think I could borrow some of your deodorant? He's like, I don't know.
All right. Let me just say this. I'm not a germaphobe, but I don't share deodorant. All right, let's just think about this. The armpit is the armpit of the body. All right? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah,
about what I just said.
Usually when you put deodorant, you just got out the shower, so you've obviously just washed your
Nah,
armpits.
man. No.
No.
People might not.
The armpit is the armpit of the body.
Dude.
If the body part is like synonymous with like a dirty or unwelcome part of your body, I'm not sharing what you rub there. And it's
Get
nothing
this.
against you
Get-
personally.
People might
I'm not sharing it with most people.
people might get the wrong impression of Wings, right? Because he's a big guy, right? You might start attributing all this stuff that's not really true. Wings has excellent hygiene, top notch. Wings actually smells good all day long. And he wanted to borrow some deodorant from me fresh out of the shower. Have at it, dude. Not a problem.
You borrow soap?
No, they had soap and shampoo in the
Yeah, the hotel
complimentary.
had that.
But like, if I asked for soap, would you give it to me?
Yeah, I use liquid soap.
Yeah.
I don't use bars.
No, like a bar of soap. It's kind of
Don't use them.
I mean, if you
I would
did,
give
though,
it to you.
it's
Man, I must be dirty. But you know what?
I
I'm
must be
not nearly as
too.
dirty as
that's
White
just common
Boy.
courtesy where I'm
White
from.
Boy, man, dude, get this. Let's do a hypothetical situation, right? I'm a producer for the TV show Cops, and there's no police to follow around. I could just go to White Boy's house and film right there. That thing looks like it's straight out of an episode of Cops. There's I don't know, cans of soda on the counter and this and that. He did the robbery thing, and White Boy, I love you, man, and I don't mean to bash the robbery, but you were showing the destruction around the house, and I was carefully eyeing it up, trying to figure out what was new and what was old.
Yeah, I know. I mean, some of it was my my messiness, but
Yes, dude, you did a video series, Road to a Cleaner Room, right? Do you remember that?
I do.
you did
I
you did a before
I think it was
picture.
one
Take the fact
episode.
I'm late.
He did Road to cleaning my room, and then he did like a before picture that showed how messy his room was, and then he ended the series. That was he never picked up a thing. He's like, I give up.
Oh, I love the White Boy video where PlayStation was down and he tried to clean his room and he got tired.
I think I wiped off the whiteboard, and that was that was it.
Wait, well, you need to hire a maid or something. Just put $300 on the counter.
I think the PlayStation Network needs to go down again. That was a good time. That was
Yeah, man, that was funny.
don't know.
New Xbox update. What do you guys think?
Hate it.
Oh, everyone hates everything new. I love it, man. I think it's awesome. I walk by the living room because we have an Xbox downstairs
I got a
too.
question though about it.
I see the new dashboard and I'm like, it feels like I got a new console. It's cool. It does more and it looks better and it's updated and it's nice.
I got a question though. Since they updated it, do you have to have a gold membership to use Netflix anymore?
Yeah, I think so.
Because there's an app now.
It was an app before, I think. I think everything's an app.
I wonder why Xbox does that. Like Wii and PlayStation, you don't have to have a membership to anything to use their Netflix, but Xbox makes you pay. I understand Xbox used to have exclusive rights to the Netflix app. But they don't anymore. Make it so
Yeah.
if your Xbox shit runs out, you can still use their console as an Xbox player, a Netflix player.
I think
Makes
that's
it
a
more
really smart
user-friendly.
idea. I'm trying to think. Yeah, how many? Dude, that's a good idea. I don't see why that would be bad. Do you really think they sell that many Xbox Gold memberships just to keep Netflix humming?
No,
I
but
don't think so.
the fact is, you could sell an Xbox to somebody that wants a Netflix player.
A good one, a pretty good one. I still like the PS3s more.
Because I have an I'm kind of contradicting myself because I have an Xbox in my bedroom, and I have to keep buying a gold account for that one just to keep watching Netflix on it. And it's like, fuck this. I'm about to go buy a fucking PS3 just to save myself money in the long run.
That's a good idea. You know, the PS3 needs an update to the XMB.
PS3 needs to do a lot of shit to their XMB,
Dude,
but they're fucking. They're
I did a
pictures over
video
there.
on the. So PS3 moved from version 3.5 to 4, and I did a video on it. And pretty much all they did is integrate. Shucks, how do you pronounce it? Is it the Vita?
Yeah.
I think it is the Vita. They integrated the Vita and gave it cloud integration and stuff like that. And I detailed it. Everybody hated on that video. They're like, "Woody, you're such an Xbox fanboy. You're making it seem like this isn't a great update." It wasn't a great update. I did the best freaking video I possibly could on Now Trophy Sync with the Vita. Like, PlayStation isn't working on their console, period. Or maybe they're working on the next gen console, I don't know. But I'll tell you, they're not at work, getting the console to be better.
I don't understand what the PS3 was to begin with. I remember when I first bought it, you had to get out of a game to add somebody. You couldn't access the XMB at all from in-game. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, the system's a year after the Xbox 360 comes out. You expect it to take advantage of that. If you're going to come out later, you must need to blow the Xbox out the water with the advantage of knowing what they went through and what people like and what they don't like.
People say I'm an Xbox fanboy. I have 2 Xboxes and 2 PS3s in the house. If I use the Xbox all the time, there's a lot of people. I swear, and this is going to get me in real hot water, if it wasn't easier to get good gameplay on the PS3, then everyone would be using the Xbox. Oh, you know it. You know it's true.
What?
It's actually not true. I mean,
what?
Especially on Modern Warfare 3.
Ronaldinho's KD is like twice as high on the PS3. And even you say, yeah, I'll go to the Xbox and have a hard time. Then I go over to the PS3 and it's just great. And everyone says it's because they're better on the controller.
To begin with.
Yeah, everyone says, oh, yeah, I'm just better with the controller. No. Xbox players are more hardcore because they have to pay for it.
All right. I think we should challenge Woody. I think a stream challenge should be issued. We want to see Woody play on PS3 streaming sometime this week.
Oh, that's not fair, right? Because it takes time to adjust. But what we can do is look at everyone that plays both systems and see how they do.
But I do know this, Woody. My Xbox KD on Black Ops was higher on Xbox. Well, no, Modern Warfare 2, my KD was higher on the Xbox than PS3. You know
was
why?
It really? I'd like to know.
Care package glitch?
Because I knew the maps and everything going into the Xbox. Just like on Black Ops, my KD was higher on PS3 because I played Black Ops on PS3 on Xbox first. Because I knew all the 6 strips going into the PS3 conversion. Same thing for Modern Warfare 3. I got Modern Warfare 3 for the Xbox first. I knew all the maps and shit going into the PS3 and what to expect, so my KD went out the gate was a little higher.
Yep,
Pretty much you run into full parties more on PS3 than you do Xbox. But there's also more split screeners on PS3, mainly because PS3 ships with 2 controllers.
It does? No, it doesn't.
Mine did, but I bought I got mine 8 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, I know YouTubers who bought PS3s for Black Ops. I mean Modern Warfare 3, just so they could get better gameplay than they'd be able to get otherwise. It's not popular to say. Everyone fusses at it. I'm going to get in trouble for this for sure. But heck,
I'm
Kyle,
not a PS3 advocate. I use both of my systems.
Yes, sir.
Come on, you switched to PS3. How'd that go?
I dominated, and I got 3 gameplays today.
Uh-huh.
You dominated because it was
But this
a better
was Modern
system,
Warfare
right?
2.
Yes,
it was Modern Warfare 2.
Because that tiny controller fit that's made for a tiny Asian girl's hands.
I think a lot of people misconstrue the PlayStation. You don't hold it. You kind of lay it on your hands. Like you hold your fingers out and you lay it on there and you put your thumbs on it. You don't grip it like an airplane throttle.
You don't hold it at all. It's part of you.
You just lay it on your fingers and you just wrap your hands around it.
I remember the There was a video Whiteboy put out about how to use C4, and he's like, yeah, kind of like, how LeBron James works a basketball or how Peyton Manning would work a football. That's how I work a PS3 controller. I was like, that's also like the neighborhood he put himself in there. Mozart used a piano. I play PS3. We're about, he and I, we will go down in history as...
Da Vinci used paintbrushes,
Yeah. Oh, some jackass in the stream is saying he lost respect for me. Can I touch that? What is it with the losing respect for people? Again? So, I think it's... Dude, in my day, if you lost respect for someone, that was saying something. That was like a big deal. Now people throw it around like I disagree with you. You lost respect for me? Fuck you. I don't give a shit. If you lost respect that easily for me, get the fuck out of here.
You didn't have much respect to begin with. First
of
all,
dude, your respect isn't worth shit if that is the way that you go, throw it around. It is completely worthless. Respect in my day, back in the 1600s, it was like something that it was really earned. That's something that was hard fought, and it was something that had staying power. Now you hear a guy say a Netflix client is better, and they're like, I lost all respect for you. Really? Well, what is your respect worth exactly? It comes and goes like a freaking breeze in the wind? Whatever. It means nothing to me when someone says they lost respect for me, as if as a synonym to you disagreed with me. It's nothing. It's trash. You're trash. If you throw stuff around like that, your respect, it doesn't mean anything.
I probably had some sock advocates following me, and they lost all respect for me.
You're right. There's somebody from Haynes who's lost all respect for you now.
I'm going to put my 2 cents in on this. I come from the South. And in the South, respect is kind of this big deal because you kind of respect your elders, the whole nine. When I grew up, you kind of had to earn respect. You got respect when you showed yourself worthy of respect. I mean, a person didn't give it to you right out the gate, just for being a human being. Like, there's deadbeat dads. Obviously, they're not going to get respect. They have to earn the respect of people. But you kind of had to do and show your worth, like going to work on time, supporting your family. Things like this earned you respect in the community.
You get to know someone and then respect them over time.
Yes. And like when you respect somebody is when you want to do something you normally would do to somebody without thinking, but you double take on it. That's when you know you respect somebody. Like, do I really want to do this to this person?
I don't know. I think respect is something that's kind of like I definitely like respecting your elders. I've always kind of respected my elders. That's why I like Woody so much. And respect for your family members and your friends. Wow.
Yeah, now they throw around respect. It doesn't have the same meaning that it used to. It just means, I've lost all respect for you, Woody, because you didn't see some guy at 1 minute and 24 seconds into your last video. It's like, yeah, that's the new version of I lost all respect. Like that's garbage. Your opinion is garbage if you change it like that. So there you have it.
What you have is a disagreement, not something that you lose respect in. You lose respect if Woody starts pounding little boys in the ass. You don't lose don't lose respect if Woody goes
people are going to hold that against me? Oh, damn it. Who knew?
Hey, you got the Uncles with Benefits t-shirt on your side. I had to put 2 and 2 together.
I coach at Penn State.
Yeah,
that should be my next T-shirt. I coach at Penn State. Go on.
I've now decided that the code word for like having anal sex with a girl is Sandusky. So like if you're gonna ask a girl if she'll let you have anal sex with her, you ask her if she wants to get Sandusky.
Nice.
And can I just say that there's a girl on her knees in front of me right now, laughing her ass off at this whole thing?
A girl on her knees in front of you?
Yeah, come here. Don't be shy. They can't see you. Get back over here. Come here.
Tell it is to say hello. The word hello.
Will you say hello?
Oh, I heard her giggle. She's a real person. I heard her giggle. She won't say hello though. Well,
get back over here. Don't hit it. Jeez, come here. All right, back to the show.
Did
Back to the
you
show.
see that Jerry Sandusky got indicted for another case and like it kind of painted the picture that his wife was in there fucking baking cookies while he's hearing him rape little boys in the basement? How the
Yeah,
fuck
that's
cold blooded shit is that?
I don't know. That's a weird situation. At first, I was almost like, I don't know. It seemed like trying to figure out how to word this because at first it seemed like there were a lot of situations where like people saw him like wrestling with young boys or like something like that, and it was like maybe this is the situation where this guy is just like a tutor for young boys, and I don't know, maybe he really was teaching them how to wrestle. But like immediately, like I saw this whole thing on TV, and it was like, nope, this guy's a dirty child molester who's been doing this for a long time. They're talking about like rhythmic slapping noises in the showers, and I love how that cracks you up.
I had a time. I struggle with being like an adult male in this world today. Like, I swear, like every adult male is under suspicion of being a pedophile. And I had examples today, right? So, today I went indoor rock climbing with my family. All right, indoor rock climbing, good time, good adventure, doing a little homeschool gym class type thing. And it was like a homeschooler event, right? So there's lots of parents there with lots of kids and stuff. And kids are there holding the harness, which has like a belt clip, that you tie into. And they're obviously motioning for me to help them hook up because they're like 11 years old and you want to make sure it's done right. And what do you do? It's too close to their unit. I did it. I sort of hooked onto the loop.
I bet you did.
Made sure the little carabiner was properly fastened, and because you want them to be safe, but like I swear you can't like pat a kid on the shoulder now without somebody eyeing you up. Like, I need to make sure that he doesn't quick like take off that boy's pants and get things done. Like it's I don't know.
I don't understand the fascination with little boys to begin with. They do nothing for me.
Yeah, no,
That's good to know, Wings, because the rest of us here have a slight fetish towards young boys. You're the only one here who doesn't feel that way.
But yeah, man,
I lost all respect.
I just
for
don't
you.
see it though. Like
I
it just
lost respect
goes
for
so
you,
far
Wayne.
to not understand. It's like, how can you want to rape little boys?
as a pedophile advocate, I've lost all respect for you. I'm stealing white boy's joke.
You're funny when a girl can't perform because you're making her laugh so hard.
I mean, you're risking like your whole life when you could just go buy a hooker. There's females out there that'll fuck you for money, guy. You ain't got to go do all this.
Well, I think you're misunderstanding, Wings. These guys like want to have sex with boys. It's not like
I
a last
understand this.
resort.
That's what blows my mind. I'm like, how can you look at a little boy and think, beefy?
I don't think anyone looks at young boys and thinks, beefy. Unless they're about to eat them.
Right.
He built like a brick house.
What about you, sweetie? You ever look at a young boy and think, beefy? No? Okay. What about me? Okay.
What did she say about you?
She said you're not a young boy, it's okay.
She's trying to say you're getting old, Kyle, getting some gross feet.
Is there any balconies in your hotel room?
No, there are no balconies in my hotel room, Alex.
Okay.
Just checking.
You're loving this, huh? Yeah.
White boy,
Woody.
you got robbed. Do you want
I
to
did.
power things now?
It's okay. I just I put the like little security window on just today. I think that I'm home, no one will mess with me. But like since I was away,
Here's a pro tip, white boy.
get a
The
gun.
housing market is down, like considerably down. If you're going to buy a house, right now is the time to do it because you can pretty much name your price on houses almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's houses around me for like $99,000, and I'm talking about lavish 2-story houses that are probably bigger than, I don't want to go there, but they're just cheap. They're just bank cannot get rid of the houses.
I mean,
Wings is talking, and over somebody's mic is a rhythmic sound of like a bracelet moving to a beat or a necklace. What is that, Kyle? Is that coming from your room?
That is my fan, most likely.
Oh, it's Wings! God damn it! I thought for sure it was the girl in Kyle's room. I thought,
It so is. She's got bracelets on.
No,
All
I
right.
got a ceiling fan that rotates on a ball, so when it's on high, it makes that noise.
You're interrupting the podcast. Could you take your bracelets off? You're making it very awkward for everyone.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I shouldn't tell this story. I was off.
There's only a few thousand people listening.
I'm sure no one's ever hearing this. I went on this off-roading trip, and off-roading trip, right? Everyone like goes out to the woods. We camp and then we drive during the day. That's essentially how the weekend goes. And there was this one girl. She married the guy, but they were engaged at the time. And they said something about being loud in their tent at night, as if it would make me really uncomfortable. But I was like, that might be cool. like in my head, I'm like, what? That's better than crickets. Go get some. I tried to act like I was embarrassed or something, but the internal me was like, she's
Have
hot.
I ever told you the story about being in the hotel and hearing the couple next door having sex?
No.
All right, so I was in Tennessee at this hotel, and through the wall, these people were having like outrageous sex. I'm talking about she's screaming like, "Come in me," and he's like, "Urgh!" And like the bed is like hitting the wall. Like it sounded like they were filming a porno over there. And it went on for, I'm not even joking, about 4.5 hours, like all night, like without stop. And the next morning I was thinking like, I should get up early. I want to shake that guy's hand. But then I was thinking like, I'd probably get out there and be like, "Sir, that was one hell of a performance you put on last night." And the dude would be like, "Oh, that was Jerry. Jerry, come out here. Someone wants to meet you." Jerry
would say the way you take care of that problem is you screw in like cushions on the backside of the headboard.
No, dude, it wasn't just the headboard banging. Like they were very, I like if you put your ear to the wall, which I would never do, you could make out like every word they were saying. And there were some dirty motherfuckers. Unlike
Yeah, sneaky sex isn't fun.
How is my party chat on the PS3? It's fantastic. I use Skype.
Have you had to have some sneaky sex in the past, Alex?
Yeah, I mean it's fine. Sex is fine, but I don't like being like low key about it.
Yeah, Alex likes to just like scream and moan. I've heard him in there all by him. Like you'd hear just like, "Zeus's hammer, feel it!" And I was like, Jesus, if he's that loud when he's by himself.
Don't touch any of those socks.
I'm gonna buy new socks. I just threw away like 20 pairs of socks today. Something about fresh socks are just outstanding. It doesn't have to be every day, but dude, to wash a pair of socks
gift,
like
Woody.
50
It's
times,
Christmas
they're crap.
time.
Maybe
I get new socks, new underwear every year at Christmas.
I'm gonna do a dual com with Whiteboy, and he's gonna be my sock consultant. I'm gonna ask him.
I'm in rehab right now. I'm trying to step away from the new sock addiction.
It doesn't have to be new socks, but I just need to. I'm gonna call you up, and I'm gonna be like, man, I don't know what to buy. There's Hanes, there's Champion, there's Timberland. I feel like a babe lost in the woods.
Dude, I feel like an amateur now. I just go get the big sock pack from Walmart.
Oh, you're doing it wrong.
No.
No. Yeah.
Don't tell me they're like tube socks that go up to your.
No, I get the expensive big pack, the ones with like the padding on the heel and the toe.
But how high do they go?
Across the whole foot. Oh, they go. Oh,
oh wait,
wait.
The whole foot?
Socks that cover your whole foot. With my foot size, this is a new thing for me.
I like my socks to go up past my ankle.
Okay, unless if it's not too far up, then.
I like them to be around my ankle, like roughly, and I also like them thin. Like growing up, I had like thicker cotton sort of. I guess you'd call them sweat socks. Nah, I'm about the thin. I want breathable socks. I want white socks that feel like pantyhose. That's about where
No,
Really?
I use my
like
socks as like
pushing.
slippers. That's how I use my socks. As I walk around, like I'm in my house majority of the time. They're like a pair of slippers. You know,
I like my socks if I'm cold. I can slip them on when I'm sleeping and all this other stuff.
Oh, I bought
Really?
a robe today, and I figured that I never have to wear
I'm in
regular
socks right now.
clothes.
You don't have to
Oh.
wear what? You said?
I don't have to wear clothes ever again with this robe.
Dude, tell me
Like-
it's purple and you've got a pipe to finish off your Hugh Hefner look. Like,
But he was red.
Yeah, his is red. He's got a red with like silk all
Is
over
it?
it.
It's a no, it's a brown, just in case it gets dirty.
Just in case you
Oh.
like drop like chili on it, you ain't got to wash it for like a week.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. I guess you could call it red. It's not purple, you're right. It's like a maroon. It's a red velvet, so it's darker than like a
Ooh.
really hot red.
Red velvet cake ice cream.
All right. You guys ready to wrap up Painkiller Already, episode 77?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much run its course.
I think it finished strong. All right, guys. I hope you like the show. Have a good night.